All right, and thank you everyone for joining. This is our CSI Secret Store call. Today is April 28th, and just some housekeeping. Again, this call is under the Code of Conduct, under the CNCF. If you're not familiar with Code of Conduct rules and guidelines, please visit our repo, and there's a Code of Conduct markdown that you can read and become familiar with. All right. So we got a short agenda again. I know we're getting into these summer months, and I'm assuming people are going to start taking a lot of time off. So um, let's start off. Thanks, Ray, for joining. Ray, I'm not sure if you've been on the calls. If you want to kind of introduce yourself to the community, and then you can go ahead with your announcement.
Yeah. Hey, folks. My name is Ray Lahano. I work for SUSE by way of Rancher Labs. I am a security subproject lead, leading the third-party security audits. I'm also the SIGDocs, one of the SIGDocs co-chairs, and I was the 123 release lead, and I'll be the 125 emeritus advisor. So I think sometime last year for the third-party security audit, I forgot who, but someone asked for the Secret Store CSI driver to be in scope of the third-party security audits. And so we did include it in the RFP. Just want to announce to this group here that we did select a vendor, which is NCC Group, to conduct the third-party security audits, and the audit will actually start on May 9th into June. And Secret Store CSI drivers is in scope. So just want to place a link in the agenda there to the RFP. And so the only ask, I guess, is if there is need a subject, if a subject matter expert is needed, I'm assuming is the best place to go is to the Slack channel when the audit is running.
Yep. Yeah. That's probably the best place. And then if need be, we can get the maintainers together as well and do that. But yeah, definitely reach out on the Slack channel. We're all active on that channel.
All right, sounds good. All right, yeah, that's it for my announcements. The findings at the end of it the findings will be published. I hope to do a coupon and a talk to present the findings as well.
Okay, I'm going to update that in our notes. So security, if I'm capturing a security audit is happening.
So Ray, I kind of have like a question. So could you like just give like a brief like what generally happens, or what's going to be afterwards, like once the security audit is done, what typically happens, what are the action items that come out of it, or how does this work?
Yeah, so starts off with the code review for the security audits. It goes through different phases: architecture review, threat modeling, and they do bulk of, and they do testing, of course. What comes out of it is not only like an executive summary, excuse me, but findings published as well. If there's any vulnerabilities, they do go to the security response committee first. Or depending on the vulnerability, but most it usually tends to go to the SRC Security Response Committee first before it is made public, and that will rely on with the SRC on that process, that timeline on making any vulnerabilities public. But we tend to do hope to have the maintainers in the loop in case there are some questions from the security consultants and analysts during the audits as well. I know KubeCon Valencia is right in the middle of this, and it is understood that that some folks may not be available during that week, but also know. I know that some folks might take a little break before or after KubeCon Valencia, so that's also noted. But we'll just try to get in contact as best as we can during the audit process.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then let's say like we have like some bugs that we need to take care of. Then do we like go again and do one more round of audit and just like keep doing this, or how does the resolution works?
So the resolution is so it's in terms of number. So it's actually strict. It's tightly scoped to a timeline number of hours into the scope of what's being audited. I can't guarantee that there's going to be another round. I don't know if that process is buffered into the timeline and the number of hours for the audit. So, but I know that if it can be addressed, and then and then as a community can address that the bug has been fixed, or the bug has been addressed. This happened in 2019. So so if in that link to the Kubernetes/SIG security repo, and you could find the 2019 findings and reports as well.
Okay.
It's in their own directory. You just follow the breadcrumbs back to a few directories, probably one before that, and then you can find the 2019 audit, then the findings and the publications from there, from that audit, and it'll be similar as well, but not in, it'll be different scope. So you could take a look at the scope for the RFP and for 2019 versus 2022. The one in 2022 is mostly the core components and CSI Secret Store for 2022.
Okay. Cool.
Got it. Hey, just to piggyback off something Alec mentioned. So if you find something that is, let's say, malicious or something, is there an embargo period to where the maintainers can go ahead and fix that before you release it public?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Got it.
And that is a process of submitting it to the security response committee. That's the embargo period. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I know it's been a long time coming to get this done. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ray, for that. Let's head back to agenda. Okay, nothing else other than something I wanted to just chat with that I've seen be really successful on some of the projects that I actually participate in as well. And so what I want to talk about is the creation of a contribution ladder. And I think where I've seen this successful on another project here is our OSM project. I'll go ahead and bring up what that is. And this basically lays out the whole guideline approach if you want to be a contributor and then ultimately a maintainer to the project. And I think a lot of people are trying to figure out, okay, where can they plug in? What is a contributor? Do I have to know, do I have to be a developer, et cetera? And this really kind of outlines, there's a lot of different ways that you can become a contributor. You can be a docs contributor, et cetera. But what this does is it gives a nice guided path if you ultimately want to be a maintainer and do some of the dev work as well. And I think this is something that would be good for this project to get more of the community involved. Because I think, again, when things aren't clear, I think some people kind of stand away from it, or, they don't want to make mistakes, et cetera. And then also part of this is ultimately getting to like the maintainer is also some mentorship opportunities. So some of our core maintainers today, if you have, a vision of ever becoming the maintainer, you'll actually team up with some of the current maintainers and go through kind of some mentorship and work with them. So it's actually a really good program that we've seen in some other projects, and I want to look to bring that to this project as well. Any questions? We got a small crew here. Any questions about this? Is this, do you feel good about this, or? Yeah, go ahead.
I do. So I'm just curious how this is different from the, I think some sort of contribution ladder we already have in like KK, like the upstream Kubernetes. Like, is it any different?
In the upstream Kubernetes project itself, it's actually pretty similar, but this is very specific to this project. Like right now, we don't have, if I'm in the repo here, we have, let's see, where is that? Is it even on the landing page here?
I mean, I've seen, and I've actually like talked with Anish about this like multiple
Yeah.
times, and I mean, we always refer to the general contribution ladder that we have for the Kubernetes.
Yeah, we've been working with our marketing, so that would be Karen, and yeah, that exists kind of in other projects, and yeah, we're kind of tied to this, but I think we could get we can have a variation that's very specific to this project and just make it more accessible. You know, some people may not be thinking of the linkage going back up to the Kubernetes project as well. So, but that's something we can discuss. You know, if we just need to have a file here that redirects to that contribution ladder, and then, you know, maybe we append if we feel like there's anything specific that's maybe more applicable for ours, then we can do so.
Right. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, good call out. Yeah, there's, I wouldn't say a bunch of these, but yeah, there are variations of contribution ladders throughout the CNCF.
Yeah, I think I have also seen a PR from Karen related to this. And I think,
On this specific repo, or
yes,
interesting. I don't,
I might be maybe wrong,
let
but
me
yeah,
just
I
see if I
think,
can.
yeah, we can, I think you can just probably filter it through author maybe over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't aware if she did do that, but yeah, we can chat about that. I can
Yeah,
reach out
let's
to Karen
figure this
and
out.
do that. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I do know that again, a lot of projects like ours are actually putting it in the actual repo just so it's just, you know, it's line of sight type of thing, right? And
Right,
then
right.
yeah,
Yep.
I think yeah, we could pretty much kind of just fork some stuff and
Makes sense. Thanks, Phil.
yep. Okay. Nothing left on the agenda. We were talking PRs, so we do still have this lingering PR by Dane, I believe. I don't know, Nalek, have you looked into this anymore, or is it still kind of same
Yeah,
status?
I think it's still going on. We are reviewing through it, so I think
Okay.
there might be some comments on it. So yeah, we'll work. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, the last we discussed on this, like we were trying to segregate the two parts on it. Like
Yep.
first is just have the sync option, a sync all option in there, and then we discussed about templating and stuff. So
Right.
it's going to be we thought. I mean, we decided like templating should be like let's do it as a separate PR.
Got it. Yeah.
So yeah, but
Okay.
last I see like folks have reviewed and there are review comments on it. I'm not sure if he has fixed it yet, but I'll give it a look.
Okay. Yeah. Lots of activity happening here. Okay. Let's see. Nothing else on the agenda. I'm gonna just take a look at the issues and see if there's anything here worth talking about, but with the lack
Yeah.
of maintainers on the call. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I have not seen like the pressing issue that we need to fix, but I think one of the activity that we are going to do is just to sort of do an issue triage and see what we need to get in for the next set of release. So hopefully once the other maintainers are back, we'll just do that exercise for the next release.
Yep. We can see kind of what's in flight here. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for today. Another kind of quick, short meeting. Our next call will be in a couple of weeks. So that's going to be, I'm looking at my calendar, that's going to be May 9th. No, I'm sorry, May 12th, a couple of weeks. So hope to see everyone back then. And thanks everyone for joining. I'll go ahead and have this recording up soon, hopefully by the end of the day or tomorrow. And we'll see everybody back in a couple of weeks.
All right. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
having me.
everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Nice talking to you, Ray.